friends, how you doing? I'm Stephanie Hansen from Stephanie's Dish, and I'm gonna show you how to make homemade, creamy, delicious hummus. So I started with a 14.5 ounce can of garbanzo beans, and they are in the food processor here. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of olive oil and 1/3 cup of tahini. I'm gonna mince in some garlic. I'm gonna add lemon juice and zest. And then I'm gonna blend all that together and get a really delicious, creamy hummus. And hummus made at home is way better than hummus that you can buy. I don't know if it's because you made it, because sometimes isn't that the case, right? Or if it's just you get the proportions right for your tastes. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead, I've got the garbanzo beans in here. I'm gonna go ahead and zest the lemon. And I love a lemony hummus. So for me, you really can't have enough lemon. And we do want the oils from the lemon skin in our hummus because that really gives it a delicious amped up flavor. If you wanted to make a purely lemon hummus, you could add preserved lemons. That would be super delicious. But I'm gonna go ahead with the zest and the juice of 1 lemon. So let's do that, and then we'll go ahead and juice it. It may surprise you that I'm only using 1 clove of garlic. I really want the sesame-ness of the tahini to shine. Tahini is just sesame paste. It is mixed up sesame seeds. And when I serve this, I'm gonna serve it with vegetables because I've got some gluten-free folks out there, but I'm also gonna serve it with some little toasts, and I'm going to serve it with a little bit of black sesame seeds sprinkled over the top just to give it a dramatic flair. So when you get to the end of this video, you'll see how I'm gonna serve this dish. I'm serving it at a dinner party. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna microplane in a clove of garlic. That way every bit will get garlicky versus just throwing in the cloves to chop, because I want every little bit to have that garlic flavor. Okay, we're all set there. I've got a 1/4 cup of olive oil. That's gonna give it really smoothness, plus the tahini. Now, different types of tahini are different. So this one is kind of watery and oily, so that will give us a nice creamy finish, you can see. Others are a little stiffer, so you might need to add more olive oil. Just go ahead and give it a blend and then kind of look and see what the thickness is that you prefer. Another great way to do this is to add like Chinese 5-spice or sriracha if you really like a spicy flair. All right, we're gonna go ahead and mince this up in our food processor. We may add a little bit of water just to give it a little more creaminess. So you can see it's holding together, but it's not quite smooth. I want a little bit smoother, so I'm gonna add a little water, and we'll see if that gives us a little better result. Also, different lemons are juicier, so this will give you the basic recipe, and then you can thin it to your needs. I'm gonna go ahead and scrape down the bowl so that all of the chickpeas are blended in. You always get a few chunky stragglers on the edge. Give it a little more. All right, it looks really good. It looks really smooth too. That water makes a huge difference. I like to serve hummus in a bowl on a tray with the things to dip with it. So if I'm doing little toasts, little crackers, vegetables, very smooth. And everybody wants smooth hummus, right? Hummus also is delicious on sandwiches, either as a spread, like instead of a mayo, or kind of as the main filling, and then you just add some vegetables with it. I'll use the back of my spoon and leave some indentations in there, add a little olive oil, and add some of these black sesame seeds just to give it a little drama. That is how you can make your own lemony, creamy hummus at home. For this and any recipes, you can find them at stephaniesdish.com. I am a good home cook that does a lot of entertaining, and you'll find lots of recipes that are easy that will make you an in-home entertainer too.